hello and welcome to the show. I am here on Forza Horizon 2 with another rally car build. Since the Subaru Impreza went last time and went quickest on our leaderboard, I thought I'd give the Mitsubishi Evo a chance to see what it can do. I'm using the Evo 8, it's the closest to the Impreza that I use. I think this is 2004. It's close enough, it'll do. Also, it has the similar cool, or let's just say interesting, aero part. First thing though, I will stick on the required parts for this series. Well, the car has to be four-wheel drive, which the Evo is. It has to be running on the Storm Island rally tyres. It has to have the Storm Island suspension and the gearbox as well. So it's going to have the full-on rally parts somewhere in here. Gearbox should give us some nice short gear race. To be fair, on the Impreza, the gearbox is pretty good. The car will go up to about 170-ish, even with the shortened gear ratios, which is not bad. The suspension, well, I'm hoping it will survive on some of the on the jumps. Engine-wise, I don't know what engines could we have in here. Oh, it's the same as you could put into the Impreza. 1.6 turbo rally, I don't know why I want that, or the V8. So we're going to be sticking with the standard Evo engine. Now, that goes to the fun part. We can get some wacky stuff on the car. Of course, we can have the big guards on the front to try and survive the jumps, or we can have the same thing just without the guards, so you can have the nice exposed intercooler that you could probably break very easily. We can have some form of various ones of them. We're going for the big guard one. We're going extreme off-roading, so we need all of the guards. Wing. Ooh, do we have? Why is the wing there? What? Why is the wing there? Like, I mean, I can understand having the silly wing. I mean, I can understand that wing. I mean, that wing's kind of ludicrous. Let's be honest. But why is it against the window? Somebody care to explain? We're having it because it's got the wheel on the roof and stuff, but I'm sure it's a thing apparently. Rear bumpers, what do we got in the way of rear bumpers? Anything interesting? We can have a humongous exhaust. That's more of a dustbin than an exhaust, let's be... Oh, that's it. Even more of a dustbin than... which one? This has got the sillier exhaust. I think they're both the same, actually. Yeah, they are. It's just this one here's got a slightly bigger cutout for the exhaust. Sure, we'll go with a dustbin on the back of the car. Side skirt, I'm hoping we have mud flaps. Have we got mud flaps? Yes, we have mud flaps. Fantastic. And yes, we will have them ones on there. And then we can have some rally lights as well. There we go. We can have rally lights, a snorkel, and a scoop on the top. You can have not the snorkel and have rally lights on the side of the car, but I'm going to go for the snorkel and the... I'm not quite sure what that vent. I'm not even sure what the vent's for on there because it doesn't go anywhere. Sure. Okay, we're going for that one. Yes. Okay, now we've made the car nice and heavy with all the excess stuff, but it looks the part now. It looks like a proper rally car. We're going to go take all the weight off. Actually, we're going for tyres first. We've got big old tyres. There's bigger tyre widths as we can get on the vehicle, so we can carry as much corner speed as possible. The Impreza was quick, because I could be flat out through most of the corners. It was also one of the faster cars in a straight line as well, but we definitely want grip on here. Grip, very, very important. We may come back to that stuff if we need a bit of PI. Brakes, of course, are important as well, because we want to get stopped in a hurry. We're going to chuck out as much weight as we can, 2,700 pounds. Yeah, that's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's still a little bit front heavy, but not much I can do about that. I'm hoping we'll fly through the air nicely. Okay, and we'll go for some anti-roll bars on the car as well. Does the roll cage? I know it'll add weight. Will it add it in the right way? Oh, it will. It'll put it to 56. I'm gonna go for a roll cage in this one as well. A little bit heavier, although it did drop the PI by a couple, so we can get some more power in the car. Okay, onto the power now. How much can we get out of this while keeping it in S1 class? I'm hoping we'll get some decent power figures out of the Mitsubishi. 433 horsepower so far. Just getting into S. Yeah, we should. There shouldn't be a problem getting this to the top of S1 class with the standard engine on here, as it's already jumping up. Jumping up quite nicely. It's not going to be the most. Well, to be fair, I don't think anything's going to beat the Shelby. To be honest, the Shelby had near enough 1,000 horsepower. It weighed 4,000 and something pounds. Yeah, nothing's going to quite beat the Shelby on power, but it's going to be one of the more powerful normal cars, shall we say. I did put them on. And we're going to go with these, are we? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I mean, it's getting up towards the 600 horsepower mark, which is not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, we're going to be sort of, yeah, not quite going to get 600, but that's, yeah, I'm impressed, actually. Decent power, a little bit heavier, perhaps, on here. Can we get, we can, okay, I can't get both of them on. This will add a little bit of weight on as well. Can't quite get the next one on. Can we get this on? No, we can't quite do it. Bugger it. Okay, we'll go for driveline. And that should drop the weight down some more. And there we go. Top of S1. Okay. Right, we've got some decent power in this car. And I'll stick a diff on as well. We've got decent power. 585 horsepower. Just under 500 torques. Maybe a little bit heavier than some of the cars. Still not a bad weight. Perhaps front heavy, but that hasn't... Some cars fly through the air quite nicely, some don't. Whether the car's front heavy or not doesn't seem to affect that. It's just some vehicles fly nicer than others. So, yeah, this could... I mean, the Bentley was quite front heavy, and that was fine over the jumps. Who knows? Who knows when it comes to... Yeah, the jumps could be interesting. Well, it certainly looks the part, the Evo. Now it's time to find out how quick it will be around our test track and whether it'll go quicker than the Subaru Impreza. It's going to be mighty tough. It's going to be mighty tough to go quicker than the Impreza. I'm going to give it a go, though. I will give it a try. I've gone to the wrong rivals again. I will remember at some point to go in the Storm Island. Right, the Forest Brawl track. 5 laps to try and go quicker. Oh, ignore the ghost. I was messing about with Lancia for the Versus community, and that thing's running race tyres, and it's much quicker than the cars that we've got coming in here. Yeah, will we go quicker? Will we get into the 59 seconds with the car? I think it's a 1:04 I have to beat with the Impreza set. I've got to try. I've got to try and go quicker than that. Oh, it's gonna be tough. I don't know if I think this could go quicker than the Delta S4. I'm not sure. I'm not sure we'll go quicker. I mean, this has got decent power in this car. It has got some decent power to it. Who knows? Who knows? How are we through turn 1? Are we? Okay, we're a little. It's just a little bit little bit more slidey. Yeah, it doesn't have quite the same grip that the Subaru had. The Mitsubishi, woo, okay, there's a wall there. Don't clank into the wall. It doesn't quite have the same grip that the. Oh, it does fly nice. It flies very nice across that jump. Doesn't quite have the same grip that the Impreza had. Ooh. We're getting chucked from left and right, and then we're going to completely miss where we're supposed to be going. It's fine. We'll just run the bank and be very sideways. Okay, we're alive still. I mean, it's quite an easy car to drive, I have to say, on this opening lap, but there is just not quite the same grip that you got. I can't quite carry the same corner speed, and certainly over the jumps. I want that extra grip. Oh, through the air. Okay, I took a slightly wonky line on the takeoff. But how do we do for straight line speed? 140 I was cracking in the Impreza. That's a lot of airtime across there. Oh, I chickened out a bit. I backed out of that one. Oh, we're a big off. We've gone quite wide through turn 1. Yeah, there is just a little bit too little grip from the Evo. Otherwise, I mean, it is quite nice. It's quite fun to drive, I'll be honest. Oh dear, we're going to play with some trees. Bad Mitsubishi. Okay, across that jump. Does fly lovely. I will give it that. It flies very nicely through the air, and it gets quite a lot of airtime on this, because there's another car that's finding a lot of airtime on this route. I don't know what it is about certain cars. I can't remember. Was it the Lancia that had a lot of airtime as well at various jumps? Right. Turn into this one. No, I can't. That's far too sideways. Okay, we're going to have to be a little bit more cautious. In fact, the gears are a bit longer in this than I was expecting. I'm used to the cars with the rally gearbox just having stupid gearing, just constantly changing gear. But this one's not too bad on the gearing front. Yeah, we get loads of airtime over this one. Look at that. So much airtime. It's not that much slower in a straight line, I will be honest. Okay, now we're going to be slower. Slower through the corners. Try and stop wasting as much time sliding. Try and be neater through here. Can we get out? No, I can't quite get away with going down the gear. I haven't quite got that long a gear ratios. Yeah, if we can be neat through the corners, neat is fast, across the jump, look at that, flying lovely. And we're not having a problem with it bouncing up too much. Oh, no, we can't. We just can't, I don't have that same grip to really fly through the corners like you can in some vehicles. I can't quite be, oh, please point at the ground, thank you car. I don't like looking up the sky so much. And neatly through here, that's better. We won't waste so much time going sideways. I'm on for a decent lap this time round. I'm not sure it's quite quick enough though. Across the jump, it does fly. I would say it does fly really nicely, very, very nicely across these. What are we on for a lap time? A 1 minute .9. It goes into second place. Can I get it any faster? Oh, I've tried to cut the first corner a bit too much. Ah, tried to cut that one a little bit too much on that. Yeah, my bad. 1 minute .9 though does put it into second place. Goes quicker than the Delta S4. Yeah, the Evo is quick. It just lacks that little bit of grip. Whoa, okay, we're gonna play in the trees. Okay, this will just be like a cool down lap, ready for a final, one final go. If it had a tiny bit more grip, I think this would do it. I think it's it's because we just slide through these corners. I could be a lot more aggressive with the Impreza. I think this may be technically the faster car. I mean, if I'm only half a second off the Impreza's time, although I could have gone quicker with the Impreza perhaps, I think this just doesn't. If this had more grip, I think it could keep up with the Impreza. It's just lacking. If we had sort of a bit wider tyres perhaps, yeah, I think it could probably keep up with the Impreza because it's quick on the acceleration front. These corners, decent straight line speed. It's just can't carry the corner speed I want. It's definitely one of the nicest cars I've had across the jumps though. I will say that much about the Evo. Definitely the nicest car for getting airtime. Is very good with them. And perhaps not the easiest of cars to drive because it doesn't quite have the grip. Right, slow it down for turn 1. Cut as much as the car. I'm going to try and yeah, get his absolute maximum out of this. So that, yeah, we will be. I will be risking it a tiny bit here, and again, be neat. Definitely got to be very neat with this car. I can't throw it around the same way you could with the perhaps with the Impreza, even the Escort for that matter. Ooh, okay, it does like to fly a little back down across that jump. And I can't quite be flat out through that corner there. Oh, we got tried to get away from me on the landing. Okay, again down here. We're going to run the banking a little bit, get big airtime. It gets too much airtime in some places. That's part of the problem with this car. It's just spending too much time bouncing up into the air. Oh, and then through the checkpoint. Okay, well this is it. Now I've said so many good things about you going through the air. It doesn't balls up this time round. That's very nice of you. It's quick. Is it quick enough? It's not quick enough from the Mitsubishi. So 1 minute .6 from the Evo. 0.2 of a second off the Impreza. A nice car to drive, this one. It flies absolutely lovely, no problems through the air, which is probably the first car I've had that I can say that. Perhaps the Bentley was pretty good as well. Yeah, the Evo, lovely over the jumps, no problems on the landing. Just doesn't quite have the grip. I can't quite carry the corner speed that I could with the Impreza in a couple of places, especially after the first of the big jumps. That's the corner, I think, certainly where I lost that time. I can't quite carry the same speed that you could with the Subaru. Yeah, the Evo goes into second place though. That's still a respectable time at a 1 minute .665. Yeah, a nice car to drive, this one. Maybe not quite as easy as the Impreza, as there isn't quite as much grip, but still damn fast. And it looks very cool, I have to say. It looks very cool and looks very stupid all at the same time, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's I would recommend the Evo here. Yeah, just maybe probably it's not quite as easy to drive as the Galant in some ways, but still, yeah, a rather nice car. Anyway, that's it from me, so thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.